I think it is a very good piece of news that we are integrating the Digital Future Society as a new forum for reflection, debate, and rigorous analysis aimed at putting the citizen at the center of the digital transformation of our societies. Maybe as a comment to the headline that we see here today, technology matters, but people matter. Maybe next year we need to think, to add this element also in the show. Now, harnessing this revolution is one of the key challenges that we have ahead. We are absolutely convinced that now is an important moment to try to tackle this challenge and to look into the future without fear, to undertake the necessary investments and transformations of the Spanish society and the Spanish economy so that we make all these challenges actually a source of success. That is why our government, since we came to power last June, we have undertaken to put forward an agenda for change, una agenda del cambio, with the necessary reforms and measures to try to take the challenges of the future, which are more and more challenges of today, like demographic change, like climate change, like the digital revolution, and try to face them straight ahead and see how can we build on our assets, on our strengths, our competitive advantages to make them a great success. Let me just say a few words in Spanish. El primero de los retos a los que nos enfrentamos es construir una sociedad digital inclusiva, equitativa y sostenible, donde las nuevas formas de provisión de bienes y servicios estén al servicio de todos los ciudadanos. La inclusión que queremos necesita del acceso a las infraestructuras digitales y también contar con ciudadanos lo suficientemente formados, los digital skills, lo que exige un esfuerzo conjunto de toda la sociedad, de las empresas y de los niveles distintos de gobierno. Además, necesitamos asegurarnos de que las competencias digitales se siguen desarrollando a lo largo de toda nuestra vida productiva. Todos sabemos que en el futuro habrá un gran número de trabajos que desaparecerán, otros llegarán y no tenemos tiempo que perder para adaptarnos a estos retos del futuro. Además de este primer reto de la reconversión de los empleos, la reconversión de la formación, el estar preparados para las nuevas tecnologías, el segundo reto es garantizar los derechos de los ciudadanos en este nuevo entorno digital. Y esto solo se logrará si este nuevo entorno digital genera en nosotros la misma seguridad y confianza que hasta ahora hemos tenido en el mundo analógico. Esta mañana hemos hablado mucho de esta palabra, la confianza, trust. Es uno de los elementos fundamentales si queremos que la revolución digital sea un éxito desde el punto de vista económico y social. Y para eso es necesario asegurarnos de que las transacciones en la red son seguras, que la inteligencia artificial, un tema que ha ocupado nuestras discusiones esta mañana, un tema tan importante en nuestras vidas, no resulta discriminatoria y que la ética rige los nuevos desarrollos tecnológicos de futuro. Hay muchas nuevas herramientas, el Big Data, Text and Data Mining, la inteligencia artificial. Todos estos elementos tienen que ponerse al servicio de la sociedad si queremos que la información, si queremos que los datos, si queremos que la revolución tecnológica beneficie a todos. Necesitamos, por tanto, análisis, reflexión y debate sobre todas estas cuestiones y por eso es tan importante la iniciativa de la Digital Future Society que hemos apoyado de forma decidida desde el principio. Hace falta una aproximación local, una aproximación nacional, hace falta una aproximación europea y por eso valoramos tanto el apoyo de la Comisión Europea y todo lo que supone el mercado único digital como base para estos desarrollos y hace falta también una gobernanza mundial. Se trata de un fenómeno global que no podemos abordar de forma aislada y es necesario que los distintos foros de debate de todo el mundo se conviertan en una red, estén en un sistema integrado y eficiente para tratar de abordar estos retos del futuro. Going back to English, just briefly to refer to one of the key issues that has been discussed this morning, artificial intelligence. Huge volumes of investment are now flowing into R&D in artificial intelligence, and this reveals an intense competition to lead the next developments in this field. However, research on the humanistic and ethical side of artificial intelligence, despite being extremely important, is still scarce. there is a need to reflect on all these issues to avoid that the management of information and algorithms that form the basis of artificial intelligence could generate results that are unacceptable from an ethical point of view. And that is why I am very pleased that today we discussed two key initiatives that are taking place around the world. The Montreal Declaration on the responsible development of artificial intelligence, sponsored by Mila. We had today a representative that was very keen to share with us the progress that is made on that forum. And the second one is the first draft of ethical principles for artificial intelligence, which the European Commission launched for public consultation in December last year. The final version is expected for March this year, and we're really looking forward to see how this is driving the debate at the global level in this very important area. Adopting principles such as these mentioned above are undoubtedly an important next step. We need to reflect on whether self-regulation, whether recommendations on other sources of steering are enabling us and ensuring that we are on the right path in this area. How and by whom can it be checked that sufficient levels of transparency and accountability are in place? Is there a need for public policies that will monitor, supervise, and if necessary, sanction misbehavior in this area? There are many questions that have been put on the table this morning. I am sure that you have had a very intense debate. And I think that this is building this global governance that I was referring to, which is absolutely indispensable in order to be sure that we're taking into account the interest of the different stakeholders, and that, even more importantly, that we're listening and taking into account the voice and the vote of our citizens. Let me close just by thanking all of those that have participated, also thanking the different levels of government in Spain. As you have heard from the previous speakers representing the city of Barcelona, the autonomous community of Catalonia, and now me representing the government of Spain. I think that the Digital Future Society, and more generally the Mobile World Congress, is an excellent example of how all the public authorities working together are able to achieve a great success in making this one of the most important events in the field worldwide. So on this positive note, let me close. I wish you a very successful week over here in Barcelona. Thank you very much, and a good afternoon to all.